She has rose-colored hair was carrying an enormous palace has been locked down and citizens are asked to report distribution of supplies has been temporarily nearest security officer. I repeat. The cargo line has
that
been
director,
severely damaged
up
in
there
an
with his
accident.
lofty ideas and
Investigators
stomping
are
all
currently
over us left
assessing
down
the
here.
damage.
He's a
Early
slave driver who
indications are
doesn't
that
know
the
when to
woman calling
quit.
herself the
He's right
savior
there
was
at the top of the stairs looking down on all of us. I'll keep your distance. He's in a mood because he can't come up with the ending for his grand finale.
I repeat. The cargo line has been severely damaged in an accident. Investigators are currently assessing the damage.
You must be in charge around here.
And just who might you be?
Just someone who wants tonight's show to go down in history. Doubling or tripling the fireworks should do the trick. Enough to scare the patron out of his den.
Did you escape from some mental hospital?
I'm just an old friend of the patron's. He never shows his face, so I worry. He's not the type for flowers, so I thought I'd send him a good show instead.
3 times the fireworks? That would cause one hell of a stir.
Yeah. This city could use a good stirring. If not at the end of the world, then when? Not much point playing by the rules now.
I like your style, lady. And you're not wrong by any means. Half of Yusnan's already sunk under that wretched cloud we call chaos.
Let me get the fireworks. I'll make sure we have more than enough. But it's gotta be today.
Hell, let's do it. But this conversation never happened, capiche? If you need help with the fireworks, the stagehands can help you out. I'll make a couple of revisions to the script. This'll be a show they'll never forget!
Has been temporarily suspended. I repeat. The cargo line has been damaged in an accident. Investigators are currently assessing the damage. Early indications are that the woman calling herself the savior was involved. The palace has been locked down as a security measure, and the distribution of supplies has been temporarily suspended.
How about a souvenir? Hi, welcome to my store.
The cargo line has been severely damaged. In an accident. Investigators are currently assessing the damage. Early indications are that the woman calling herself the savior was involved. The palace has been locked down as a security measure, and the distribution of supplies has been temporarily suspended. I repeat. The cargo line has been severely damaged in an accident. Investigators are currently assessing the damage. Early indications are that the woman calling herself the savior was involved. The palace has been locked down as a security measure,
This is
and the
completely
distribution of
hopeless.
supplies has been
Maybe I should just
temporarily
give up.
suspended.
I practice and practice, but no one cares.
No one
The
cares
cargo
about
line
what.
has been severely damaged in an accident.
You heard
Investigators
that,
are
huh?
currently
Well, the
assessing the
thing is-
damage. Early indications are that the woman
Look at
calling
you.
herself the savior was
What is
involved.
it?
The palace has
I'm
been locked
sorry.
down as a
It's
security
just that,
measure, and the
well,
distribution of
You
supplies
have
has
the
been
most amazing
temporarily
look,
suspended.
and it's like you have this incredible aura that screams, "Look at me!"
The
I
cargo
mean, I
line
bet
has
people
been
stare at you
severely
all the
damaged in an
time.
accident.
God, you're so
Investigators
lucky.
are currently
What's your
assessing the
secret?
damage.
I have no
Early
idea what you're
indications
talking
are that the
about.
woman
I don't have any
calling herself the
secret.
savior was
Why don't you
involved.
take a breath and calm
The
down
palace
for a
has been
second?
locked down as a security
Right,
measure,
I'm sorry.
and the
It's just
distribution
that
of
I got
supplies
so
has been
excited.
temporarily
See,
suspended.
the thing is, I need people to pay attention to me. It's not
The
that I'm
cargo
vain or
line has
anything.
been
I'm trying to
severely
make it
damaged
as a
in an
baton
accident.
twirler. I've
Investigators
gotten
are
really
currently
good at it
assessing the
too.
damage.
I can tour with the best
Early
of them,
indications
but
are that the
I
woman
can't call
calling
myself a
herself the
performer
savior
without
was
an
involved.
audience.
The
It's
palace
not
has been
exactly
locked
my
down
field,
as a
but
security measure,
have you tried
and the
working on your
distribution of
look?
supplies has
Improving
been
your stage
temporarily
presence?
suspended.
Yeah, not so much. I
The
spend all my
cargo
time
line has
practicing
been
the baton
severely
dawn to
damaged
dusk.
in an
I've never
accident.
had time to learn about
Investigators
clothes
are
and
currently
fashion
assessing
things.
the damage.
Neither have
Early
I.
indications are
Trust
that the
me.
woman calling herself
Shut
the savior
up.
was
That's
involved.
not true, is
The
it?
palace has
I
been
mean,
locked
look
down
at
as
you.
a security
And
measure,
look at me.
and the distribution
I
of
wouldn't
supplies
even
has
know
been
where to
temporarily
start.
suspended.
Wait! I have a fantastic idea. You wouldn't be able to help me
cargo line has
accessorize,
been
would you?
severely damaged
Can you
in an
collect
accident.
adornments for me? If I see enough of them, it might trigger my dormant fashion sense.
Early indications. That the woman calling herself the savior was involved.
I wouldn't want to give out fashion advice, but if it's just collecting things, I guess I can do that.
Really? You'll help? Oh, you're the best! I mean, I've heard of adornments, of course, but I have no idea what's out there. Can you just collect a bunch and show me what you find? It'll be a huge help.
The savior was involved.
You can buy adornments from merchants. I also hear some people hand them out.
The distribution of supplies has been temporarily
Wow! I can't believe you were able to collect so many. Okay, now give me a minute while I look through.
severely damaged in an accident.
Now I get it. I know what I've been doing wrong all this time.
Early indications
I'm
are
gonna
that
go
the woman
change.
calling
I'll be
herself
back
the
in a
savior
sec.
was involved. The palace has been locked down as a security measure, and the distribution of supplies has been temporarily suspended. I repeat. The cargo line has been severely damaged in an accident.
Is this my new look?
Investigators are
Am I
currently
new and
assessing the
improved?
damage.
It's good.
Early
Definite
indications are that the
improvement.
woman calling herself the
Phew,
savior
I was hoping
involved.
you'd say that.
The palace
I
has been
know,
locked down
there's
as
still
a
room for
security
improvement.
measure,
I
and the
still have a
distribution
lot
of
of work to
supplies
do in
has
the
been
clothes
temporarily
department if I
suspended.
want to stand out. So, I hate to ask you for another
The
favor,
cargo
but
line
can you
has been
collect more
severely
adornments
damaged
for
in
me?
an accident.
This is a really awesome
Investigators are
start, but I
currently
need
assessing
more
the damage.
inspiration if I want to be
Early
stage star
indications
amazing.
are that the
Please,
woman
you
calling
have to
herself
help me
the
out.
savior was involved. The palace has
Once
been
you've
locked down
collected
as
a few,
security
take them back to
and
shop.
the distribution of supplies has been
Wow, I
temporarily
see someone's
suspended.
been busy. Wow, everything's so sparkly and shiny.
The
It's
cargo
like
line has
sensory
been severely
overload.
damaged in an
Wow,
accident.
I see someone's been busy.
Investigators are currently
Wow,
assessing the damage.
everything's so sparkly
Early
and shiny.
indications are that
It's
the
like
woman
sensory
calling herself the
overload.
savior was involved. The palace has been locked down as a security measure, and the distribution of supplies has been temporarily suspended. I repeat. The
What do you
cargo line
think?
has
Pretty
been
far
severely
out,
damaged
huh?
in an
I've
accident.
never dressed like this
Investigators
before.
are currently assessing
Oh,
the
geez,
damage.
you
Early
don't think
indications are
it's
that
too
the woman
much,
calling
do you?
herself the savior was
Depends on what
involved.
you're trying to do.
The palace
If you
has
want
been locked
attention
down
and a
as
bigger
security
audience,
measure,
I'd say you're
and
on the right
distribution of
track.
supplies has been
Maybe you're
temporarily
right,
suspended.
but it's still not perfect.
I repeat.
I just
The
don't have
cargo
the
line
magnetic
has been
charisma that
severely
you have.
damaged in an
I need
accident.
something else.
Investigators
What?
are currently assessing the
Look,
damage.
I hate to ask,
Early
but can you
indications
run
are
out
that
there
the
and
woman
collect
calling
more
herself the
adornments?
savior was
Just a few more
involved.
should do it.
The
I'm
palace has been
almost
locked
there, I
down as
know
a
it. But
security
I need
measure,
one more
and the
jolt of
distribution of
inspiration.
supplies has
You'll
been
help me, won't
temporarily
you?
suspended.
We've come this far. You might as well.
Repeat. The cargo line has been severely damaged in an accident.
Wow, this is so
Investigators are currently
inspiring.
assessing the damage.
But not really inspiring
Early
enough.
indications
I'm
are
not
that the
getting any
woman
flashes
calling
of,
herself
oh my
the
god,
savior
this
was
is the style
involved.
for me ideas.
The palace has
Maybe
been
if I
locked
could
down as
see
a
more.
security measure, and the
I don't know
distribution
how many
of
types
supplies
of
has been
adornments there
temporarily
are, but
suspended.
all I need is a decent sample.
I repeat.
So good luck!
The cargo line has been severely damaged in an accident. Investigators are currently assessing the damage.
Oh, look at Candace. She's becoming more and more popular and winning lots of fans.
Enjoy an evening of elegance and relaxation with us. Please do.
truth. This is the true meaning of power.
They're telling me they can't give me any more supplies. What is going on around here? If we don't get provisions from Yusnon out to the rest of the world, there'll be hell to pay. Anarchy, I say.
My fine lady, what will you be needing? It has been a pleasure.
Fresh baked pastry. A little something for your sweet tooth. See you. Another great haul! Another great haul! What do you think? Say goodbye to the old lame Candace and say hello to the brand new amazing me!
I don't know exactly what I'm looking at, but it's effective. There's no question about that. I can't tear my eyes away. Don't know what else to say besides the fact that it leaves an impression.
Oh, I can see it now. All those people staring at me, asking themselves, who is that spectacular girl with the baton? Now that I have everyone's attention, are you ready for the most amazing baton twirling you've ever seen in your entire life?
Well done, Light. But what are you gonna do with all those adornments? If you followed her lead, you could attract just as much attention.
Oh,
Hey, what's up?
change of plans. We're upping the amount of fireworks in the finale. At least double, maybe triple the number.
And why is this the first time hearing of it? Let me guess. It's that blasted director's idea, isn't it? Folks can call him a genius all they want, but that doesn't mean I'm a miracle worker. But I suppose complaining to you won't help the situation. You're one of his assistants, right? And you know what I'm talking about. You're probably feeling the blunt of his capricious behavior as much as I am.
Then help me. Can you add more fireworks to the show?
I want to say no, but even if it is impossible, I'll still have to do it. That's my job, after all. All right, I'll do it. But I warn you, it'll be anything but half-assed. But you're gonna have to help me out. I'm out of gunpowder, so I can't make any more fireworks here. There are pyrotechnicians all over town who launch fireworks to mark the hour. You know that, right? Here, I'll write you a note. Show this to any pyrotechnicians you meet. I'll give you what they can spare, but you're gonna have to move fast to get them home. By the way, my pyrotechnician buddies aren't the only source of fireworks. Buy some, haggle for some, do whatever you need to do if it gets us the firepower we need. We just have to be sure that we have enough. Everything else will work itself out.
Light, you got the boss on your side. You should start collecting the fireworks now.
Really?
Palace guards
More
are conducting a
fireworks?
search for
You really
the
are
intruder
gonna light a
calling
fuse
herself
under
the
this
Savior.
theater.
She has rose-colored hair.
You wanna leave yourself-
The whole troop is talking about your fireworks. None of us have had this much fun in centuries.
Matching this description to the nearest security officer.
Now, where could they have all gone?
There's a chocobo girl in the main market of the Glutton's Quarter. Are they advertising for something?
You don't have enough fireworks? Well, you aren't gonna find more here. Go and look in the city.
Collect the fireworks. Once you've got all the fireworks you need, come back here and report to the boss.
This is a broadcast from the Public Safety Office, Houston branch of the Order of Salvation. A warrant has been issued for the arrest of the woman calling herself the Savior. She is armed and considered extremely dangerous.
So I hear someone made it into the Augur's Quarter. I'm thinking that was you. I don't know what it is that you're after, but I'm enjoying the entertainment.
Chocobo! It's time to tell! What are the magic words?
I don't have a choice, do I? Meow, meow, choco chow.
Oh, that was adorable! Here, this is for you!
You managed to get the fireworks, Light. It was quite the achievement.
What? Is something amusing you?
conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior.
I got
She has
fireworks of my
rose-colored
own.
hair and is carrying an enormous weapon.
Do you want fireworks
Citizens
too?
are asked
You
to
can get
report
them by the
persons
station.
matching this description to the nearest security officer. This is a broadcast.
What are
from
you
the Public
doing?
Safety
It's
Office,
dangerous
Houston
around here.
branch of
The
Order
boss
of
sent me.
Salvation.
We're mixing up the
A warrant
plans
has
for
been
tonight's
issued for
show,
the
so
arrest of the
I'm
woman
collecting
calling
fireworks for him.
herself the Savior.
Here, these
She
are
is
his
armed and
instructions.
considered extremely dangerous.
A change of plans? It sure does look like the boss is writing. Fine, take them all. Or nearly all. I'll just keep a few around to ignite right here. Those fiery blooms in the night sky are like smoke signals for us. That's how we let the boss know we're on the job, with a bang. See that? That means all good. You're going to need to get more fireworks from the others too, right? If that's the plan, you'd better be on your way. When the time comes, the fireworks are launched up into the sky. Each site sets off their fireworks at a different time, so you should think carefully about the order you want to visit each.
You did it. Now you just need to keep on going at this pace.
You know all about our... Yes, the patrons. Everyone feels quite safe with Lord Snow at the helm.
Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself.
Feel like dying. The cycle of death ends now.
Intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description to the nearest security officer.
I gave the letter to Pickett, although I guess it's more accurate to say he stole it off me.
He did? But you know what? It might be the last thing he steals. I saw him just a little while ago, and something was different about him. He seemed proud, holding his head high. Why, he reminded me of his father. I think his criminal days might be over. You did the right thing, helping that child.
Maybe you shouldn't call him that. Child, I mean. He seems more mature than other kids. If you treated him more like the young man that he's become, he might listen to you.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Of course. The next time I see little Pickett, I shall address him not as a child of my dear friend, but as a man in his own right. Thank you so much for all your help.
You must be one of the pyrotechnicians. I heard I could get some fireworks around here.
Keep looking.
It was the boss who sent me.
Do I look like I care? Unless get me some booze, and I might have some fireworks.
If I have to, just wait here.
Huh? You really do that? Well, if you're willing to fetch booze for me, know that you have to be willing to fetch the best. You got that? Bacchus's Brew. You ever heard of it? It's a drink of legends. They say that one sip will whisk you away from this world and the sorrows it comes with.
Fine, I'll get some.
You do that, and get it done before the day is over. Bring me the Bacchus's Brew.
I don't have time to try and convince him to hand over the fireworks to me. It's just a lot faster to get him the drink he wants.
You might be right. He didn't seem like the type to listen to reason, did he? Alright, let's go and find this Bacchus's Brew. The Glutton's Quarter seems like a good start.
Ah, hello again. Thank you for your help before.
Calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is
I feel like going all out and drinking something real good tonight. So I emptied out my savings and tried that fancy banquet of the Lord.
The Banquet of the Lord. I looked into it.
Chocobo, it's time to tell. What are the magic words?
Meow meow choco chow.
Ooh, that was adorable. Here, this is for you.
I'm getting the feeling you're not as amused as I am by this whole thing.
That was by far the most embarrassing thing I've ever...
Let's find this Bacchus's Brew. That pyrotechnician seemed pretty far gone. I doubt he'll set off his fireworks on time. Maybe you should just head to a different launch site.
Palace guards are conducting a search.
You look mighty strong. If you come fight in the slaughterhouse, you'll be a crowd pleaser. Trust me.
Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description to the nearest security officer.
I don't mind playing with fire, sure, but I don't know a thing about fireworks.
Upstairs is the banquet.
Welcome.
Do you happen to carry Bacchus's Brew here?
Why, yes, we certainly do. What we lack, however, are available seats.
I don't need a table. The brew is actually a gift for someone. Would you be willing to sell me a bottle of it?
I would be delighted. Though I hope you understand that it is one of the more expensive items we have available here.
So this is Bacchus's Brew. I owe you.
I am honored to have been some help to you. I'm sure the recipient will be delighted to receive a gift from such a beautiful woman.
Deliver that Bacchus's Brew to the pyrotechnician at Central Avenue.
Tell me, are you the famous food expert?
Possibly. I do boast a certain renown in culinary circles. It cannot be denied.
Report persons matching this description to the nearest security officer.
I see. Seedy's restaurant, you say? I do hate to see a good restaurant go undiscovered by the dining public.
So, will you help him out? I can take you right there.
Oh no. Seedy's restaurant? I'm afraid you will have to find someone else. I'm sorry.
I can't persuade you?
Impossible. This city is overflowing with restaurants crying out for the deft helping hand of Gordon Gourmet. I'm run ragged trying to keep up. And, well, you see... Right, my rule. I have an ironclad policy. I cannot help an establishment unless the owner approaches me directly.
You just made that up, didn't you? All right, can you do this for me? Just give me some advice now and I'll pass it along to the owner. You don't have to come to the restaurant at all.
That sounds reasonable. I mean, I'd hate to see a restaurant serving fried niblet hairballs go under. Except, if I give advice, I need to make sure that it is communicated accurately, with total precision. And that means my messenger has to understand the instructions perfectly.
Well, I guess that rules me out. I don't know the first thing about fine dining.
Oh, you don't have to be a top chef, or even a garde-manger. All you need is a discerning palate. Practically anyone can acquire one with a little training.
I'm not sure what you mean by a discerning palate, but I don't think I have one.
Trust me when I say it can be found. In fact, a tour of the best establishments of the Glutton's Quarters should do.
God, smite me down. This is Bacchus's brew, the real thing. I can have it? Really?
Sure, but only if you give me what I want. Now where are the fireworks?
Hold on, I'll get them. The fireworks are yours. As many as you can carry.
Did you make these? They're not like any of the others I've seen. I can tell you put real care into making them.
Ah, you've got a sharp eye. Yeah, I poured my heart into them. I promised someone I would, and I keep my word.
Promised someone? So this was a special batch? A custom job, is that right?
Yeah, for one of the local kids. He was always a sickly little thing. Never left the house. But he told me he loved the fireworks he could see from his window. I made him a promise. I said I'd make extra special fireworks for his birthday, which, funnily enough, is today. Or it would have been if he were still alive.
You sure you're all right with giving these away? Aren't they special?
The kid's gone. Better to get some use out of him than to let him rot. Actually, you know what? Leave me just one. That'll be enough. I'll set off this one for him. Maybe you'll see it.
Thank you. They'll be used for something very important.
Good, they're yours. In the meantime, I'll let Bacchus here keep me company. If it's true what they say about this stuff, in a few minutes I won't remember any pain at all.
So I'm gonna blow up that set with the fireworks meant for a dying child. Somehow, it doesn't seem right.
The savior. I know what you mean. Colored hair.
Lightning, don't forget we're trying to save a world here. And those fireworks are going to help.
I know. I'll get over it. And if I can, then I can always find some more of that Bacchus's brew.
Welcome. We have a popular selection of sweets. Our customers come here to put down their shopping bags and rest their weary feet. Our cakes and sweets are the perfect pick-me-up for just about everyone. We put a lot of love into our cakes, and that's what makes them so good. They're like treats for your palate and soul.
You want to play? Shine hope in the future. Meow meow choco chow.
Citizens are asked to report persons
That was
matching this
adorable.
description to the
Here,
nearest
this is for
security
you.
officer.
fireworks.
Step right up. Get the best meat and kebabs in Yusnan. Our meat is shipped directly from the wildlands. We use only natural ingredients, none of that synthetic stuff. Grilling and roasting are the best. The key is knowing how to seal in the juices and flavors. And we do that better than anyone else.
Light, I'm glad you're enjoying all the food.
Every one of our...
We get our seafood fresh every morning. Comes straight out of the ocean. Tastes great raw or grilled. A chef is even more important when preparing uncooked dishes. The way you slice a tuna makes all the difference in the world.
You're gonna be a real food connoisseur by the time this is over. You just have 3 more restaurants left to visit.
Welcome! How can I be of help? From the elegant simplicity of straight spirits on the rocks to complex and fruity concoctions with little umbrellas, we serve all kinds of drinks. Cocktails can be served chilled or warm, shaken or stirred. Everyone has their own preferences. We encourage customers to consult with our staff to create the perfect cocktail to accompany their evening.
More places, Light, and you'll have managed to sample all the popular restaurants of the Glutton's Quarter.
Where's the shop owner? They said this place would be opening soon. This isn't soon.
It's Gordon Gourmet. He's visiting the banquet hall.
Come enjoy the healthy fruits of the earth! Even kids who hate greens love my veggie dishes. Vitamins in vegetables are determined by their color. You want a wide variety for a well-balanced diet.
Almost there, Light. You have 1 more restaurant left to visit.
Welcome. When offering a complete dining experience to discerning patrons, superb food and excellent drinks are not enough. One must always anticipate the needs of your patrons. I am constantly assessing the dining space from the viewpoint of my customers, the comfort, the decor. Our customers want more than just a meal. They come for the memories they can savor for years to come.
Well, how goes the culinary tour?
I did what you suggested. I visited the top restaurants in the neighborhood.
That is excellent news. So now let me give you the advice I promised. If Seedy's restaurant wants to turn its business around... wait, let me ask you something first. You've eaten at Seedy's and at the best establishments in Yusnan. Why don't you tell me what you think is the main difference between the two? I'd be interested to hear your opinion. In your own words, of course.
Why? Is this some kind of test?
Yes, exactly. Now tell me, what did all the successful restaurants have in common that poor old Seedy's lacks?
Let me see. Everyone I spoke to was helpful. They seemed honest and open. I don't think they were lying to me, but something seemed off.
Oh, would you care to elaborate?
Well, it almost felt like they were hiding something from the customers. But it wasn't as if they were deliberately lying or trying to deceive anyone. In fact, I don't think they realized it themselves. They thought they were telling me everything they knew. Yes, that's it. It was unconscious, like an instinct. They were hiding something, but they weren't doing it deliberately at all. I'd say the very best chefs, restaurant managers, and bartenders all share some kind of secret. It's like a special ingredient that makes their food stand out from the others.
What a wonderful deduction. You have hit the nail on the head. To think you discovered this answer only after visiting a few establishments. It is as you say. The best, most successful restaurants have a certain je ne sais quoi, a secret something that makes their offerings unique. And finding that something, that is what I do best. In other words, if the restaurant does not already have a special something, then I simply cannot help it.
Then what about Seedy's? Do you think you can help him?
I can tell you this, the chef there already knows his secret. The talent is there to make that restaurant a success. Unfortunately for him, the secret spice that gives his dishes flair is extremely rare. He cannot secure supplies, and that is why he struggles. Let me be specific. Once upon a time, Seedy's recipes all featured the spice commonly known as civet musk. But then supplies dried up and the restaurant fell into a long decline.
You seem to know a lot about Seedy's.
Well, a long time ago, let's just say we have a close history and leave it at that.
Fine by me. All I need to know is that if I can find this spice, the restaurant should start bringing in customers.
Yes, exactly. The problem is the spice is not easy to find. In fact, the only way to acquire it would be to defeat certain monsters. Such a shame. All for want of a single spice, his restaurant is failing. He has the recipe for success. He just needs the final ingredient. Ha! I'd recognize that fragrance anywhere. You found civet musk. Thank you indeed. It's very kind what you're doing. Seedy's is lucky to have you on its side.
Why are you thanking me? If anyone should be grateful, it's me, and the owner of Seedy's, for all of your helpful advice.
Oh, quite so. When you put it that way, of course you're right. I just get caught up in a project and start thinking it's my own restaurant I'm saving. But back to business. Here, I developed this new and original recipe. I want you to take it back to Seedy's together with the civet musk you acquired. The owner will be waiting anxiously for you.
So, you still don't want to meet him yourself?
I'm afraid that won't happen. Not ever again. However, that doesn't stop me from wishing him and Seedy's the very best. Please tell him that whatever happens, I'll be praying for his success.
Lightning, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Do you remember what the owner of Seedy's told us when we met?
You mean the story about his son that ran away from home when the restaurant started struggling? Great minds, Hope. We've both been thinking that maybe this son of his went on to become a famous food expert.
And that's why Gordon won't meet Seedy's owner. But he still clearly wants to help out. Let's take the civet musk and...
Gordon Gourmet created a new recipe for you. You should make it with this civet musk. Do that and you'll be able to save your restaurant. At least, that's what he said.
Why, thank you! This is wonderful! How can I ever repay you? This is incredible! Everything is here in black and white! A groundbreaking dish! I'd never have thought to do half the things in this recipe. The genius of Gordon Gourmet oozes from every word.
Notice anything else?
About the recipe? No, not particularly. It's well organized, written in a clear hand. Wait. This handwriting, it looks strangely familiar. Yes, I've seen it before. These swirls, these bold loops. Could it be?
I think so. It turns out Gordon Gourmet has a secret identity. He's your long-lost son.
He is? And you're sure it was him who created this wonderful recipe? But more importantly, he's in this town. Is he happy?
You have nothing to worry about. He's doing great. Except, I'm really sorry, but I don't think he wants to see you again. I can't tell you where he is.
But why? Yes, we quarreled when he left, but that was a long time ago. Is he still angry at me?
Do you have a message for him? I can make sure he gets it.
Well, how about this? I'm gonna make his dish, just like the recipe lays out. Would you be so good as to deliver it to him? At the very least, I want him to try it. Truth be told, what I really want to tell him is to come back to Seedy's and work with me. Perhaps if he knew that I still haven't lost my touch. Would that be enough to entice him back? I don't know.
I don't think words alone will do it, but if he tries your dish and likes it, that might be enough for him.
And there it is, finished at last. Here, please, I want you to be the first to taste it.
All right. I'm feeling hungry anyway. Wow. This might be the most delicious thing I've ever had in my entire life. Really, it's incredible.
Why, thank you. Although all the credit must go to my son, it was his doing. Here, I've made enough for one more. I've asked you for many favors, but would you do this last thing for me?
Sure. I'll take it to Gordon Gourmet.
I wish I could disappear too.
Oh, do I smell what I think I smell? I do, don't I? That must be my recipe.
Yes, the owner at Seedy's insisted that I bring you a portion so you could taste it for yourself.
I see. Well, then... Oh, yes. A perfect balance of fuzzy mutton and civet musk. The palate sings. It's a microcosm of culinary delight. A theme park of olfactory and gustatory attractions. And if you think that's hyperbole, I've only just begun. This is even better than I imagined. I always knew he was a skilled chef, but this...
So, why don't you go back there and help him out again in the kitchen?
Go back? What do you mean? I've never... Oh, all right. The cat's out of the bag. You've somehow figured it out. What my true identity is. Yes, I admit it. I am indeed the son of the owner of Seedy's restaurant. It was a long time ago, but one day we quarreled, and I left the shop vowing never to return. We fought over cooking, you see. But even after I left, I vowed that one day I would rebuild the restaurant. That's what started me on my journey to becoming Gordon Gourmet. Since then, I devoted every waking hour to learning about the culinary arts. After many years of study, I finally had an epiphany. I realized what Seedy's restaurant needed to regain its former glory.
You had a falling out because of the menu? But when your father saw your recipe, he was thrilled. All he could talk about was how he dreamed of you coming back. So the two of you could run the restaurant together, just like old times.
So he recognizes my ability. Oh, but it's too late. I can't go back now. The fact is, I abandoned him in the restaurant when times were tough. I'm ashamed of what I did. I can't face him again.
You mustn't feel that way, my son.
Father, how did you find me?
My apologies to the young lady, but I wanted to see you. I followed her after she left the shop. What do you say? Let's start over. You set out on your own, did things your own way, stayed true to yourself, working hard to achieve your dreams. And now look what you can do. The recipe that you created was amazing. I've never seen the likes of it before. What can I say except that I am proud of you?
But Father, I left you.
Not in my wildest dreams could I have conceived of such a dish. Indeed, if you had given it to me back then, I doubt I would have recognized its greatness. But worse, I wouldn't have believed you could be capable of such a thing. I always underestimated you, my son. For that, you have my sincere apologies.
It's all right. And for what it's worth, I'm sorry for abandoning you and the restaurant when you were struggling to keep it going.
Looks like you two have made up.
Yes.
Now let's get to it, shall we? Together. We'll make Seedy a success again!
That went well. I think you finally got enough fireworks. Take them back to the boss in the owner's quarter.
She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description to the nearest security. conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description to the nearest security.
A new world awaits us all.
Guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description to the nearest security officer.
That should be plenty of fireworks. Now we just need to make sure you're on the stage when it lifts into the air.
And when it goes off, I jump on for a free ride.
No, it'll be too late by then. You'll have to be on the stage already.
On stage? As what? A piece of scenery?
You'll just have to find a part to play in the finale.
What? No. I can't possibly.
It's not a question of can or can't.
Some things in life you just do. Right.
Exactly. Now, go and deliver the fireworks to the boss. We'll figure out the rest later. The fireworks boss is at the launch site near the Statue of God. First, you need to deliver the fireworks to him.
Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself
I brought the fireworks.
Savior. She
Will
has
this do?
rose-colored hair.
I thank you for... What's this? This is way more than I asked for.
We want to make this a show people will never forget.
Is this another one of the director's wacky ideas? All right, I'm game. About to his whims this long, no reason to quit now. It's gonna be dangerous with all these fireworks going off at once. If you're really serious about doing this, it'll have to be done carefully. I'm not here to kill anyone, you know. Make sure that director of yours knows that.
I think the boss has guessed what you're up to. He knows his fireworks and what they can do.
But then why doesn't he try to stop me? I guess he thinks it's still all the director's idea. He seems to trust him.
We'll be okay as long as he can.
Okay, it's all ready to go. The fireworks are in place.
Fantastic! We're going to light up the stage like never before. We'll give you exactly what you want. A show that no one is ever going to forget. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if we bring down the whole set in the finale.
I wonder if your actors know how flimsy your setup is. Don't you think they'd want to know about it?
And just what are you hinting at? You're not seriously threatening to blab to the cast and let them in on our secret, are you?
I'm just concerned for your star, that's all. I mean, what if she gets hit by the fireworks and thrown off the stage? You need someone who knows the risks and how to handle themselves.
Maybe. Who's going to replace her on such short notice?
You're looking at her.
Huh? You want to get on the stage? So, this was your plan all along. All these extra pyrotechnics, they're for your own grand debut. You've got chutzpah to spare, I'll give you that. If you aren't the perfect person to play the Savior, I don't know who is. Hell, I'm thinking maybe we should put you up there.
Good. Then it's settled.
Wait. There's just one condition. If you're going to go on stage, you'll need a proper ensemble. No one's going to believe you're the Savior dressed like that.
I'll just wear the costume the actor usually wears.
No, out of the question. It would never fit. And besides, the look is completely wrong for you. Look, I can't let you on my stage if you don't have an outfit to wear for the role. I'll leave it to you to find one. Now, go buy something that'll work. Or you can go with the other option. You could win it.
Win it? What do you mean?
The slaughterhouse. Right now, the grand prize is an outfit that'll be perfect for your debut. It was made for you. Join the tournament and win that dress. Now that will be your real audition. You say you can handle yourself on stage no matter how dangerous? Then prove it. Win that tournament. Go on, clock's ticking. Enter the slaughterhouse tournament and win the perfect costume for the savior. If you can do that, you pass the audition. Then you can stand on stage as the star of tonight's grand finale.
So the director wants you to win at the arena to be in his play. How about...
Easy for you to say.
Right. Head to the arena and get yourself a costume. If you don't hurry, you might not make today's finale.
They're conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description to the nearest security officer. Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description to the nearest security officer. This is a broadcast from the Public Safety Office.
Choco! It's time to tell! What are the magic words?
Meow meow choco chow.
That was adorable! Here, this is for you! Good job, our new friend! You love being a little kitty, don't you? And as a bonus for learning the magic words, I'm giving you the super special kitty costume of your own! Ta-da! Like it? I know you'll enjoy catting around as a meow-tastic picote on us. Choco meow.
Well, you got your hands on a little
Can you see the gods? So it's just some fairy tale? It's not my style.
Think it looked great on
She has rose-colored
I
hair.
recall the land they're said to inhabit in the legend is called Nero.